come on, I did not have an intro, but I had to restart this voiceover because I had a coughing fit. I'm not sick, I'm just coughing for some reason. Whatever, hey! So, we're back in our base game zoo, like I promised. We are building a panda exhibit. It is gigantic, and let me just say right off the bat, I didn't film a lot of it because it felt like very repetitive, because obviously in a big enclosure, you do a lot of foliage work and a lot of rock work, and I feel like the rock work in this series specifically isn't that interesting because we only have the base game rocks, obviously, and you know, I think the interesting, like, intricate work of the rocks is mostly due to the aquatic rocks, you know, like they make and break foliage work for me. But so, you know, I felt like cutting out a lot of this, or rather not even filming a lot of this, was the right way to go, which results in this video being fairly short. There's also no interior for the house yet because I want to do that at the end when I also decided on, you know, how big of an Asian area it's going to be and stuff. Like, I didn't have a clear vision of it yet, so I didn't really want to do anything with the interior yet. But we have added the pandas, finally, and we can do like an all-together tour of the panda exhibit and the tea house that we built in the last episode. And, you know, right now you see me absolutely spending ages on this wall that is not even that pretty. It separates the pandas from the grizzlies and also the other animal that I plan on putting there. So there is that, and that is why this wall had to apparently take forever, because it's a weird space there, and I feel like it's going to be weird to kind of have the transition from the grizzlies to the pandas there, so I'm not quite sure how I'm going to go about that yet, but right now you can just see me place a lot of bamboo, which bamboo grows basically everywhere. I feel like I know that in Germany it grows everywhere, so I guess that's everywhere to me, but no, I guess, you know, growing bamboo isn't that unrealistic. However, it is obviously unrealistic that the pandas wouldn't eat it, but, you know, I still think it looks kind of cute, you know, and that's what counts. But so what we have in this is obviously a giant habitat, and it also, out to the back, I want more like glass viewing, but I haven't done that yet because I don't know what's going to be on the backside of this part of the zoo yet. So it felt kind of weird to just blindly do it. So I don't, this leaves a lot to be desired, I guess, but sometimes, you know, when you're planning out something and you don't know what's going to be next to it, it's hard to just do it, you know, into the nothingness of it all. So I'd rather just come back to it once I have a clearer vision, maybe do it on a video, maybe just show you an update. I'm not sure yet, but the bigger part of this habitat is obviously in this video. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because, you know, it feels like I didn't do much, but I know I did because this is a gigantic habitat with a lot of viewing opportunities. We're also making a bit of a viewing, like a half moon shaped viewing kind of thing right next to the rat pandas. So the rat panda house is on the back of this. It's this like eye-shaped path, and then let's say like we put lashes on the eye, and this is the sunshade for the big panda viewing, which that was probably a weird explanation, especially if you haven't seen the rat panda video. However, we will see that in the real-time part of this video, obviously, and some of it in the building part. I failed to build the part I failed to film the part where I did the glass, which I'm kind of sad about because I did do like a curved glass viewing area, which I was quite happy with how easily that turned out. Usually I struggle around a bit more with these like curved glass viewings, but I realized I love a curved glass viewing. Like, I've been doing that a few times now, and I'm not tired of it yet. Like, I still want to do more of that, and maybe that's why I've become a quicker builder of round glass viewing areas. I don't know, but yeah, you know, this is a lot of foliage work, and in the final product, there's a lot more foliage even. But one thing I also wanted to talk about is that this is obviously very big. This is probably the biggest enclosure that we have in this zoo so far, and I just wanted to kind of pay extra attention to the giant pandas, because we all know that for a zoo it is like a big honor, I want to say, to house a panda, and it's not like, you know, an everyday zoo just has a panda. And I guess for my usual theory, which by the way, right now you see me build this like glass viewing area, whatever. But anyway, so I guess for my usual theory of the zoo, it doesn't make much sense that they have pandas, because because the zoo itself is kind of lower budget, not low budget, but lower, you know, like they're not like throwing the money around, you know, but you know, so it's not super realistic that they would have a panda, but the challenge of this is obviously to build for all the base game animals, using only base game pieces, by the way, if this is the first time you're watching. Yeah, so I had to include the panda, so I thought, okay, the way I want to go for the panda is that this is probably something that has been added fairly recently, and they put a lot of their money and a lot of their space into this because they were honored to house this panda, and also, you know, they obviously have to, you know, put something forward to be able to get a panda, because we all know that the country of China kind of has a like a TM on pandas, you know? So it's not that easy for zoos to have a panda, so I wanted to do it justice. But yeah, that also leaves us with a lot of fronts to cover still, because this is obviously a huge exhibit. But, you know, there's a few more seconds, and then I am going to talk to you again in the real-time pod. That was really long. Okay, anyway. Well, welcome to probably the least done enclosure that I've ever showed you guys. So there's still a lot of missing here, but just to give you an idea how big this is one side of it. This is across from the I keep forgetting their names, but other bears. It's part of the bear trail that has been started just a while ago. And yeah, we are also kind of dipping into an Asian section over here, obviously. Like I said in the voiceover, I have not done any of this yet. So this will be the other animal that I want to place here, and this will be for the pandas. It's kind of small. I might extend it out here, but I'm not sure if guests will walk around here and if I want to keep this site, or maybe I'll extend it to over here or something. We will see. But, yeah, I've not spotted a panda yet, which lets you know how big their enclosure is. And obviously over here we will also have, oh, there's two of them. We will also have viewing areas from over here, which as you can see seems to be a good place to view them, because that is where they seem to like being. Hi there. Oh, there's 3 of them even. Oh, cute. Cute. So I made this little stone path. This is kind of a spontaneous idea, but it looks kind of cute, I think. Yeah, so they're chilling around here at the beach. So I kind of want to, you know, make a viewing area here and call it the Panda Beach or something like that. And so maybe we can have some coastal animals. Although I don't think there's a lot of coastalness going on in the base game, which is probably because they already knew they were going to have the aquatic pack or something. But anyway, look at those cuties. So there's too many of them in here probably, but I figured, you know, this is sandbox and we have this gigantic enclosure. So, you know, in order to see them, I figured, you know, just put in a few more. But there should be someone else in here. But anyway, let's actually take a little bit of a walk around here. It kind of worries me that the guests don't seem to be able to go through anywhere. Like, they're stuck wherever they are, which is interesting. But yeah, I don't know. But let's actually put ourselves in the guest's perspective, experience what it feels like to apparently not be able to move. And yeah, so I think this itself kind of looks very zoo-ish with this like rock thing here. So yeah, we have this like climbing thing, which is kind of, you know, dumb because we don't have it anywhere else, but it feels fun here. And yeah, so like I said, there's not really much going on with this. It's just big, which I think, you know, sometimes the size of it is what makes it interesting to look at. So I am resisting the urge to say that's what she said. But anyway, so yeah, okay. I'm just wandering in here. So I made this little viewing gallery here, which I think is interesting because, I like that the guests are kind of inside, but the pandas are not. So I kind of want to get better with like shading for the guests and like kind of find places for you to stand, when it rains. Because I figured that I don't pay attention to that much because I'm one of those people that just likes walking in the rain. But sometimes I realize now, when I work with people at the zoo, that sometimes animals don't have a viewing that is rainproof, and that can really suck. So I figured I kind of want to pay more attention to that. And yeah, so this is just a regular round the glass fence, and obviously I kind of did some stuff to make it look a bit more like anchored in the world. And yeah, this is kind of my favorite view, probably, like this curve here, because you have the tea house over here that we built in the last episode. We have this like bamboo, and like just like a big view that's unobstructed, and there's a panda. You should never stand on these railings, but we work here. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to give you a stage fright. But I kind of want to, though. Maybe you can give me an idea if I should. I kind of want to make an outdoor section for the red pandas over here, like kind of like a tier shaped almost. Bit of a viewing from here, so that you stand here and you can see them here, kind of, and then down there is the giant pandas. So I think that'd be fun, maybe put a bit of a dividing wall here, because it's already kind of unrealistic that the pandas wouldn't come up here. But yeah. So they really like to be over there. Great. And yeah, I use these like bridges. They're just the bridges that are from the build menu. They're just one piece, which sometimes I think that's really fun. Like, I enjoy the pieces that are just there. So obviously this is nothing yet. So this is kind of up in the air, because I don't really know how big of an Asian area I want to make it. So I kind of figure maybe we do like a signage here, what to find in the Asian area. Maybe we don't. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know yet, so that's why I didn't do anything yet. So this is what we built in the last episode, so I'm not really going to go into much detail of that, but we are going to walk around, because now we obviously have different views from here. So there's one of the pandas, and this bridge I kind of have to fix, so I didn't find a shorter version of this piece, so I kind of have to do something with the bridge here. But since I don't know if I want to do the thing with red pandas, I didn't do it yet. Yeah, so one thing that I don't really like much about it is that this is not a nice view. Like, you really look at this glass wall and then a building. It's not too nice, so I might put like bamboo here, but then this view from here is really ruined that I like so much. So we might just have to, work with it. But yeah, so from here you kind of see this like rock formation here, which I really like. I think I like building this kind of stuff in Planet Zoo, kind of steeper stuff, but but okay, that is a choreography. Oh my god, yay! It looks like they're dancing. They're so in sync. This is a flash mob. Okay. Anyway, so I like building that, and then over here we're going to talk about that in a second there. But yeah, so this is obviously where they would go up and go into their house that doesn't exist yet. And then they can also pass underneath these bridges, which is kind of the whole idea behind this, basically. That these little like round or octagonal things are connected by bridges that the pandas can go underneath. So I wanted to close this off, but I decided not to. And sorry if you could hear like bump there. I bumped my nose into the microphone. Oh, what are all these jump scares in this game? What animal is this? Oh, it's one of the pandas. Okay. Let's see if we can actually do this from this camera mode. Okay. So I don't know how he got there, but okay. So yeah, then we're gonna open up this wall to have a viewing into their indoor section, and then we're gonna open up this wall to have another viewing section over there, which is not ideal because I feel like it's going to feel very crowded that there's two different animals in this one thing here. We're also gonna have to cover up this. This looks very ugly and glitchy. But yeah, that's kind of all. But the other thing that we're going to look into is this over here, which will be sort of like a picnic area. And that will actually kind of finish our bear trail in a way. We're not going to do that right away, probably. I kind of have something that I really want to do in this zoo now that has nothing to do with it. So we will see. So, but that's kind of my plan for this. And it's obviously, you know, kind of a viewing onto this house as well. And I really like this together, like this forefront building that is kind of more detailed than those in the back. Really kind of gives you a nice feeling like you're looking into something Asian. But this area over here is obviously non-themed at all because you know, this is the bear trail. So we obviously gonna have some like smaller, you know, work done on these fronts here. They're gonna have planters like the rest of it. But you know, this was already very big, and I just didn't feel like doing that yet. So this is something that I'm just gonna do in between episodes. So you might not even, you know, see me work on these, but you have seen me work on the planters in all of those other exhibits from the bear trail. So I figured, you know, that's okay. But yeah, I guess that's all that I have to show you today. And I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you're excited that we now have the pandas in, and we're really, really getting there with all the animals. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you around another time. Bye!